Kartonok is the ComedyMX channel for kids of all ages, from 9 to 99. Whether your passion runs from classy cars to classic cartoons, from Howdy Doody to Coco the Clown, or from Space Patrol to Buffalo Bill Jr., visit Kartonok and watch all day. Turn your world upside down.
In the middle of Wisconsin, you'll always find con. And the greatest con man of them all is Professor Waldo Wigglesworth.
Beauregard, where are you?
Please, Professor, the name is Fillmore.
Of course it is. Well, Ethelred, how does our bank balance stand?
It don't stand, Professor. It lies down flat.
Like that, huh? Well, it would seem time to begin another Wigglesworth enterprise.
What's it gonna be this time?
Quiet, Alfredo. I think I hear it coming.
That ain't an idea, Waldo. That's Hoppity Hooper.
Hi, Uncle Waldo.
Don't interrupt him, Hoppity. He's getting an idea.
Well, I just came over to see if you fellas wanted to play ball.
What kind of ball? A foot, basket, or base?
Baseball, of course. We use the old vacant lot as a baseball diamond.
Wait, Hoppity. That's it. That's it.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
Stand back, Hoppity. He's at it again.
What is it this time, Uncle Waldo?
The vacant lot. Diamonds.
Baseball diamonds?
No, my boy, real diamonds lying about on the ground. Yours for the picking. Come on. There you are.
Gee, all I see is a vacant lot. I don't see any diamonds.
Quick, Arbogast, hand me my pallet. No, that's my soft pallet. Give me my hard pallet.
And within minutes, Waldo had painted a sign on the side of the truck.
Big diamond hunt.
Come one, come all. $1 admission.
Keep all the diamonds you find free of charge. But nobody's ever found a diamond here.
Say not so. Look, this here is my very own diamond stick pin.
Those big things are diamonds?
No, they're glass. The little one in the middle is a diamond. Now, I cover my eyes. I throw this stick pin over my shoulder. Oh, my stick pin. Lost. Shall I ever find it?
Isn't that terrible?
Gee, I'm sorry, Waldo.
Don't be sorry. Help me look for it.
It's no use, Waldo. The grass is too long.
Well, maybe I can help with that.
How, Hoppity?
Like this.
And quickly hopping up and down on the grass with his big froggy feet, Hoppity pounded it flat as a pancake.
And there's your diamond stick pin.
You found it, Hoppity.
Say, mister, is there really diamonds on this vacant lot?
Well, I just saw one just a little while ago.
Did anybody ever really find a diamond here?
Tell the gentleman, Hoppity, did you ever find a diamond here?
Well, sure, just about a minute ago, but gee...
Hot diggity, here's my $1 admission.
That'll be another 50 cents.
For what?
Wear and tear on the shovel.
There's my $1 for admission.
I'll take one of those. I'll take one.
Come on, there's my $1.
In less time than it takes to tell, the lot was full of Waldo's customers, all trying to find a diamond. Needless to say, they didn't have much luck.
Gee, Uncle Waldo, they think there's really diamonds there.
Are you sure there aren't, Hoppity?
Well, no, but I don't think
Neither do they. You couldn't get them to stop now.
Hey, mister, there's really no diamonds here.
Trying to get this spot for yourself, huh, kid? Beat it.
So when night fell, the vacant lot was riddled with holes dug by the hopeful diamond hunters.
Gee, anytime you try to get something for nothing, you'll find somebody to give you nothing for something.
I wish I'd said that.
Now, how do we sell these holes? Do-it-yourself oil wells, maybe.
How about individual-sized swimming pools?
Not bad, Bagley.
But as Waldo spoke, a strange set of metal arms emerged from the hole he was standing by.
Fillmore, look!
Hey, look out, Waldo!
Too late. The weird metal claws seized Waldo, and he disappeared from sight. Quick as a flash, Hoppity hopped to the edge of the hole.
Give me your hand, Uncle Waldo!
He can't give you his hand, Hoppity.
Well, why not, I wonder? We'll find out next time in Sandy Claus Strikes Again, or How's That Grab You? Last time, you may recall, Waldo Wigglesworth had turned a vacant lot into a do-it-yourself diamond mine. And when the day was over, wound up as proud possessor of 200 holes in the ground.
Maybe I could start a giant-sized miniature golf course.
But at that moment, a pair of wicked-looking claws came out of one of the holes and whisked Waldo from sight. Hoppity and Fillmore dashed to the rescue.
Quick, Waldo, give me your hand!
He can't give you his hand, Hoppity. He's not there.
It was true. The hole was empty.
But he just can't disappear like that, Fillmore.
It's not like him to leave without saying goodbye.
We better notify the police.
What for? He didn't do nothing.
They'll help us find him.
Oh, yeah.
And Fillmore and Hoppity started back across the lot. But as they drew near the truck,
Oh,
Come on, Fillmore.
I don't think I'd better.
How come?
On account of something has got me by the ankle. And I think Oh!
well, now we'll never know what Fillmore thought, for when Hoppity hopped to the hole,
It's empty. Gee, this is awful. What am I going to do?
that question was easily answered. For in the next second,
Oops.
well, boys and girls, here we are left with a vacant lot full of holes and no more story. Unless, of course, but no, that couldn't happen, could it? I mean, a pair of claws just couldn't take us and it...
Where are we, Uncle Waldo?
We're underground, that's for sure.
How'd we get here?
Those things pulled us under.
Yes, there they were, the strange-looking metal claws. And holding on to the other end of them was an even stranger-looking creature.
Great Godfrey, who are you? My name is Gobo.
Question number 2, what are you?
Just an ordinary mole people.
Mole people?
Come this way, Earth folk.
Hey, he ran right into the wall.
Sure he did. He's got his eyes shut.
Then, as our friends watched in amazement, the odd-looking creature dug right into the side of the tunnel wall and disappeared in a few seconds.
Follow me.
Follow him they did, as the mole man dug a tunnel ahead of him.
Don't you mole people have regular tunnels you can use?
Sure, but this is a freeway.
How come you're still digging this one?
I'm taking a shortcut.
In the next moment, the mole man broke through into a large underground chamber full of mole folk, all moving about busily.
But they all keep bumping into each other.
Small wonder they've all got their eyes closed.
And that's why they got them spring-shaped tails.
Yes, it gives them a little something to fall back on.
Make way for His Majesty King Glubby the Third. Greetings, Earth people.
We're over here.
Well, oh, so you are.
Your Majesty, would you mind telling me why you put the snatch on me and my friends?
Well, it was all that digging you were doing up there.
Well, what about it?
We got tired of ducking shovels.
Well, we didn't know there was anybody living down here.
Yes, and quite a spread, too.
Wait, it's coming. It's coming.
Now, what is it, Waldo?
Gloriously, this is an idea. This whole layout here, what a tourist attraction it would make.
Yeah?
I can see it all. For a truly different vacation, go underground. underground. Visit the Mole Folk Riviera. Spend delightful weeks close to the soil. See how the other half lives. Get away from it all. No telephones, no traffic problems, no jet planes. Just restful roots.
You think people would really like to spend time underground, Uncle Waldo?
Everybody does, sooner or later, Hoppity.
But on purpose?
Oh, I'm afraid you don't understand. We like our privacy. So, you see, I can't let you go upstairs anymore.
What?
Because you'll tell everybody that we're here, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I would. Let's face it, fellas, I'm a big blabbermouth.
So you'll just have to stay right here.
Well, our friends are really in a hole.
Did you have to say that?
But we'll see if they can make it to the top next time in 6 Feet Under or The Mole Folks at Home. Well, Waldo Wigglesworth's attempt to start a do-it-yourself diamond mine came to grief when all the digging disturbed a strange race of underground dwellers called the Mole People. Their response was immediate. Now our friends are held captive far beneath the earth by King Glubby III.
Well, if he thinks I'm going to spend the rest of my days growing mushrooms down here, he's out of his pointed head.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, Waldo?
I'm going right to the top, that's what.
But King Glubby is the top, Uncle Waldo.
Not that kind of top, Hoppity. I'm going to the top of this room and dig my way up to the surface. Give me a hand, Athelstane.
The name is Fillmore, Waldo.
This is no time to quibble. Bend over.
Waldo clambered up onto Fillmore's broad shoulders and with his cane began to dig furiously at the ceiling. But suddenly...
Look out, the ceiling's coming down.
What happened?
Offhand, I'd say you dug your way into somebody's bathroom.
I should have known this place probably has hundreds of levels to it. Calm yourself, madam. This is as much a shock to me as it is to you.
Well, excuse me. But what's going on here?
Oh, nothing, Your Majesty. This lady just dropped in on us unexpectedly, that's all.
Excuse me.
You weren't trying to escape, were you?
Us? Escape? We love it here. It's cozy.
I'm glad he keeps his eyes closed or he'd know what's going on.
Unfortunately, at that moment, King Glubby bumped into the bathtub.
Excuse me, but what's this? A bathtub?
Yeah, we play hard, but we play clean.
Besides, we thought we'd redecorate a little.
The bathtubs are just the right size for growing mushrooms, you know.
This tub is from G level. This is H level. You tried to get out through the ceiling, didn't you?
You can't blame a fella for trying to rise in the world, can you?
Besides, we couldn't find the stairs.
Guards! Guards! Excuse me. Take the Earth people to the lowest level and keep them there.
Gee, Uncle Waldo, then we'll never get out.
We've got to make a run for it, Hoppity.
They all got their eyes closed, remember?
But we can hear extremely well. After them!
Uh-oh, there's only one thing to do now.
What's that?
This.
And Hoppity began hopping rapidly from place to place.
Seize him!
But with their eyes closed tight and confused by the sound of Hoppity's hopping, the guards bumped hopelessly into each other.
Excuse me.
Now, let's get out of here.
The charge!
In a flash, our friends were out of the room and running down an underground passage, pursued by King Glubby and the guards.
After them!
Now, which way?
We got a considerable choice.
This way to the underground river.
This way to the root cellar.
This way to the salt mines.
None of them sound exactly sunshiny, do they?
Better decide in a hurry. Those spears look mighty sharp.
And who wants to wind up as an underground shish kebab?
Yike! Look at that! This way elevator.
At last. Get in. Get in. That was a close one. They almost had us.
I think maybe they still do.
How's that?
Look at the control panel. This elevator only goes one way.
Down! Well, it's either take the elevator down or invite those guards to come in.
This place is really too small for entertaining. Let's go, Hoppity.
They're going down after them.
So when our friends arrived on the next level down and opened the door,
Yike, here they come.
Quick, close it.
then began a frantic downward race.
I think we must be gaining on them.
Well, there's only one thing that I worry about.
What's that?
I wonder what happens when we hit bottom.
Well, Hoppity didn't have to wonder long, but the rest of us will have to wait till next time. Real lowdown, or Hoppity gets to the bottom of things. Chased by King Glubby III and his mole folks at home, our friends leaped into a nearby elevator, only to discover a remarkable thing.
This elevator only goes down.
Isn't that remarkable?
So down they went, pursued by the mole men. Down, down, down. Then suddenly the elevator crashed into an enormous spring at the bottom of the shaft, and immediately shot upward again.
Oh, podunk, frip-frap, and other expressions of regal displeasure.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, excuse me.
What happened, Hoppity?
Didn't you hear that big sprung, Fillmore?
I thought that was me.
No, that was a big spring at the bottom of the elevator shaft.
Then you mean...
Yep, that spring sprang us back with a sprung.
You're putting me on, right?
Nope, I'm putting you off right now.
And Hoppity braked the elevator car to a stop on one of the upper levels of Mole City.
Come, Ermgard, let us not stay upon the order of our going.
Even better, let's get out of here.
The boys dashed down the underground tunnel, but suddenly...
Hold it, that sounds like somebody crying.
They're crying out loud, too.
Somebody's in trouble.
Yes, it's us.
No, wait, it's coming from in here.
Say, isn't that the mole man who captured us in the first place?
It sure is. Hey, Gobo.
Is that you, Earth people?
Yeah, what happened to you?
King Grubby got mad at me because you fellas got loose. He put me to work on this rock pile.
Making little ones out of big ones, eh?
Gee, we're sorry. That looks like hard work.
It is. I never seen such hard rocks.
How could you? You won't open your eyes.
True. They must be on this level somewhere.
Hurry up. It's the king and them fellas with the spears.
Well, it's been nice chatting with you, Gobo, but I'm afraid we
Uncle Waldo, we can't leave Gobo like this.
We can't?
We could try.
But it's our fault he's in trouble.
Oh, very well. Ulrich, grab the ball and chain.
They're right, Professor.
Well, Fillmore lifted the heavy ball and chain, and the happy mole man dashed out with our friends.
Not this way. They've got this end of the tunnel blocked.
They got this end blocked, too.
Well, this is it. I want to say it's been swell working with you fellas.
But just a minute. You forget I'm a mole people.
So you're going to cop out on us, are you?
No, I'm going to dig out instead.
And Gobo did just that. He dug right through the side of the passageway, and with our friends close behind him, tunneled onward and upward, ahead of their pursuers, until they reached the surface of the ground and broke through.
Ooh, ooh,
What are you stopping for?
ooh. The sunshine. Even with my eyes closed, it's too bright.
Well, here, quick. Put on these dark glasses.
Whew, that's better. Us mole folk can't stand bright lights.
It was true, for when King Glubby reached the surface after them,
Oh, it's too bright. Too bright. Turn it off. Excuse me. Back. Go back.
And the mole folks fell back in confusion.
In a hole, too.
Yes, a hole which they quickly filled from the bottom up.
Well, fellas, I guess we're safe.
A good guess. They were. What's more, in a few days, they even persuaded Gobo to open his eyes.
Well, one of them anyway.
And he liked what he saw.
My goodness. Everybody is in living color.
Beats the rock pile, eh, Gobo?
Oh, yes, they were terribly hard.
What kind of rocks were they?
Well, I think you Earth people refer to them as diamonds.
Diamonds? You mean that I ran away from a room full of diamonds?
And your phony diamond mine was real after all.
And so a short time later, a solitary figure was seen digging on a vacant lot.
It must be around here somewhere. Oh, King Glubby, where are you?
There's nobody feels more foolish than a fooler who gets fooled.
Yeah. Isn't that the living end?
Our story opens today in the little kingdom of EUBETCIA. EUBETCIA is a picturesque country with small villages, tiny houses, and an eensy-weensy royal palace. Matter of fact, there's only one great big thing in all of EUBETCIA, the national debt. So in the throne room of His Majesty, King Pippin the Green,
We will now have the treasurer's report.
Quite simply, Your Majesty, our fiscal resources and reserves have proved inadequate for the necessary funding of minimal expenditure.
What do you say? What do you say?
he says we're broke.
Do you think we're broke?
No, I think we're shattered.
We're as poor as church mice.
Don't be silly, Fremley. For the last 3 years, the church mice have been sending us foreign aid.
Well, what do we intend to do about it? Raise the taxes, of course.
They're too high already, Majesty.
Nonsense.
A man who makes 100 pezuzas a day is already taxed 105 pezuzas.
How does he pay it?
He borrows it.
From where?
From the royal treasury.
This calls for drastic measures. Let's go to war with Lower Palomino.
Sire, may I suggest making war on a far richer target?
What's that?
This is the American pocketbook. Why not make some rich American a citizen of EUBETCIA, make him a knight, give him a castle, invite him over, and when he gets here with all his gold and goodwill,
We soak him. After which, of course, we all yell, Yankee, go home! Oh, that's sneaky.
That's mean.
That's marvelous. You think it'll work?
hasn't failed yet.
We'll do it. Who do we pick?
It doesn't matter. All Americans are rich.
You're filthy with the stuff, actually.
And so Pippin the Green picked up a dart and tossed it at the map of the United States. It hit precisely on a little spot called Foggy Bog, Wisconsin.
Almost missed the map entirely.
And so a short time later, a royal courier arrived in Foggy Bog, traveling in a special compartment.
All right, you bum. Come on up out of from down in under there.
Officer, can you tell me who is the leading citizen of Foggy Bog?
There ain't any leading citizen. They all lag badly.
Tut, tut, sir, don't malign our little community. Yes, Foggy Bog has one leading citizen, world traveler, connoisseur, bon vivant, courtly, gallant, and champion hog-caller.
Who is it?
I can dissemble no more, sir. It is I, Waldo Wigglesworth, the Waldo Wigglesworth.
Oh, then you're just the one I'm looking for. This letter is for you.
It doesn't have my name on it.
Oh, just a minute. There, now.
A special delivery letter from the Kingdom of EUBETCIA. Wait till I show this to the fellas.
And Waldo took the royal courier to his truck.
This is where you live?
Just temporarily. My townhouse is having a new gold roof put on it.
Oh.
Hi, Uncle Waldo.
Hey, what you got there, Waldo?
My nephew, Hoppity Hooper, and my personal secretary, Filmore Bear.
Fillmore Bear. And I'm your what?
I just got the special delivery letter.
What's in it?
Maybe you've been drafted.
With flat feet like these?
Yeah. You want to sue your archers for non-support.
No, this is a letter from EUBETCIA. I didn't know I had any friends who could write me from EUBETCIA.
I didn't know you had any friends who could write.
I didn't know you had any friends.
I pass.
Why don't you open the letter, Uncle Waldo?
You think we've built up enough suspense?
Yeah, I'm full of goosebumps.
I'm moderately agog myself.
Okay, here goes. Oh, great snake!
What does it say?
Yeah, you're putting us off.
I'm inherited a castle. I'm a knight.
Okay, now you're putting us on.
Honest Injun guide, fellas. Looky here. Whee!
Yes, the wily Waldo had fallen for the bait. Hook, line, and stinker.
That sinker.
Oh. In a trice, our friends had packed up their things and headed their truck toward the blue horizon and Waldo's own personal castle. Oh, if he but knew what awaits him. If he but knew the terror that hangs over those crumbling walls. If he but knew the danger.
Then why don't you tell him?
What, and give away the plot? No. We'll have to wait till next time when we see the part-time peer or Knight for a Day. Well, last time, as you remember, the poverty-stricken kingdom of EUBETCIA had decided to import a rich American to get their country out of hock. Through a mischance, they picked on Waldo Wigglesworth for their victim.
I've heard of the ugly American, but this is ridiculous.
In the royal palace of EUBETCIA, all was in readiness.
Got the safe open?
Yes, sire.
Money bags at the ready?
All correct.
Let's inspect the troops. Was that? Arms! Sound off!
Gimme, 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 please.
Take that man's name. Well, I guess we're all ready.
And at that moment, Waldo's battered snake oil truck rumbled into the courtyard.
That's our rich American?
Probably an eccentric millionaire, sire. They like to appear seedy, you know.
I think this one's overdoing it a bit.
After dinner that evening, Waldo was the subject of a touching ceremony.
I dub thee Sir Waldo and confer upon thee this genuine 300-room castle.
Gee, that looks like the Camelot Hilton.
Rise, Sir Waldo.
Gee, King.
And now, Sir Waldo, it's customary to make some fitting gift to your newly adopted country.
Yes, it's an old EUBETCIAN custom called Feed the Kitty.
I didn't know we were going Dutch.
Empty your pockets, gentlemen.
And they did. They dropped into the treasure chest 14 cents, 3 pieces of bubble gum, a stringless yo-yo, and a We Try Harder button.
Boys, I think we hit a clinker.
We've been out flim-flam.
We just got 3 more mouths to feed. And that little one is all mouth.
But, Majesty, wait till they get to the castle.
Oh, yes. I'd forgotten. Well, I guess it's all right then.
So next morning, bright and early,
There it is, Sir Waldo. Dankmore Castle.
It sure doesn't look like the picture.
No wonder, Uncle Waldo. Look at the date on that picture.
1347. The neighborhood has run down a bit, but it has everything a castle should have. It has a drawbridge. It had a drawbridge. It has 300 rooms, 2 of them actually heated. It has picture windows.
That window's only a foot wide.
It's a small picture. It has 200 acres around it full of poison ivy and trash dumps. And, of course, it has a dragon. Well, goodbye and good luck. Goodbye.
Bye.
What was that last thing he said?
Goodbye and good luck.
No, just before that.
He said the castle had...
A
dragon!
well, so it did. And he was a beauty.
Let's get out of here.
Hold it there, my liege. You're the lord of the castle now.
I resign.
No can do, my liege. You gotta stay and carry out your nightly duties.
Such as?
Such as fighting the dragon.
Who says?
That's ridiculous.
They can't make you do that.
Any knight who doesn't fight the dragon shall be beheaded, and so shall all his friends.
Fight fiercely, Waldo.
Doesn't anybody else do anything around here?
I do. I'm the headsman.
When do I have to fight the dragon?
Round 1 starts at 3:15.
What time is round 2?
I don't know. Nobody's ever gotten to round 2.
3:15? That's just 10 minutes from now.
So in 10 minutes, Waldo was buckled into a heavy suit of armor and given a huge sword.
I can't even walk in this thing. It's a horse, my kingdom for a horse, like the man says.
Sorry, my liege, we got no horse. So in lieu of a fiery steed, Waldo was mounted on a rickety bicycle and started on his way. No sooner had he started than he hit a bump and his visor fell over his face. Almost.
Let me out of here. I can't see where I'm going.
It may be better that way, Waldo.
And the helpless Waldo hurtled on to a certain doom and destruction against a merciless enemy. Oh, what will happen next?
I'll be slaughtered, you numbskull. What else?
Is Waldo right for the first and last time? We'll find out when we see Where's Waldo, or A Night to Remember. Well, Waldo was delighted to inherit a castle in EUBETCIA, but he didn't much care for the things that went with it, like a courtyard full of crabgrass, a moat full of algae, and a backyard full of the biggest dragon you ever saw. What was worse, Waldo found out he had to fight the fearsome beast.
How can we help him, Fillmore?
We could go back 3 episodes before all this started.
Surprisingly enough, there were some people who seemed to enjoy the prospect of this fearful encounter. The serfs and peasants from the surrounding countryside.
Hooray! I've had him, Sir Waldo. 50 pursuers says he don't last 3 rounds.
The dragon breathed forth a jet of flame. Just as Waldo, through a stroke of luck, fell off his bicycle.
You call this a stroke of luck?
In a bound, the dragon was on him. Raising Waldo high in the air, the dragon dashed him to the rocky ground.
Oh, I'll bet that smarts.
But wouldn't you know it, our hero Hoppity Hooper, fearless frog, leaped right in between the dragon and his prey.
Stop that, you monster. What do you think you're doing?
What do I think I'm doing? I think I'm dashing this knight to the rocky ground. What do you think I'm doing?
Hey, Fillmore, he talks.
Who ever heard of a talking dragon?
Oh, boy. That's pretty funny coming from a bear and a frog.
That's my Uncle Waldo you're dashing to the rocky ground.
To you, he may be Uncle Waldo. To me, he's just another TV dinner.
Why do you keep dashing him to the rocky ground?
I have to. I don't have a can opener. Knights are a lot of trouble to open, you know. But once you do, delicious.
You eat knights?
Day end. Doesn't matter. I'm always hungry.
But why me? I'm tough and stringy.
All right, you'll make a good appetizer. Then I'll have the main course.
No! Cool. He's going to make it a double-header.
What a way to wind up, Fillmore. An hors d'oeuvre for a creature that doesn't even exist.
I'm in the same fix, Waldo.
But at least you're the entree.
Why don't you eat something else, Dragon?
What else is there? Tell me. Nothing grows around here but thistleweed, poison ivy, and crabgrass.
You don't like salads, huh?
Oh, no. Gives me the heartburn. See?
Hold it. If we can get you some other food, will you let us go?
Something tastier than fox tibbets and bear steak?
Much tastier.
I don't know, Hoppity. Bear steaks is pretty tasty.
Fillmore, please.
Okay, you're on.
He looks like the dragon is throwing the fight.
Right on the rocky ground he's throwing it.
You better not be pulling my scaly leg, booby.
Frantically, our heroes set to work.
First, we need 16 dozen eggs.
All right, girls, bear down.
All right, it's way past my dinner time, Hoppity. How about I should just have a little snack to tide me over, huh?
What's that?
Just a little peasant under glass inside joke.
But you promised.
Oh, all right.
Fortunately, the oven timer went off just then, and Hoppity produced an enormous, magnificent, upside-down chocolate pecan cheesecake a la Hooper.
Hooray!
Boo! He's getting soft.
Absolutely scrumptious.
Sure beats canned Waldo, doesn't it?
Well, it looked as if our heroes were out of danger.
Boy, that was hard work.
But it was worth it.
But just then, the dragon made a frightening remark.
You know, it's a funny thing about upside-down chocolate pecan cheesecake a la Hooper. A half hour after you eat it, you're hungry again.
And he casually reached out and picked up...
Not Hoppity!
Not a pal!
Yay!
That's more like it.
We've got to save him.
I don't know how to make upside-down chocolate pecan cheesecake a la Hooper.
That's all right, fellas. I'll just have a little Hooper a la Hooper.
Help!
Don't miss our next episode entitled The Inside Story, or Alimentary, My Dear Hoppity. Well, last time it seemed that Hoppity was going to wind up as a dragon's dessert.
We've got to save him, Fensdorf.
Yeah.
He's our buddy, our pal, the star of the show.
Yeah.
And besides, he owes me 38 cents.
Okay, Waldo. You hit the dragon high, then I'll hit him low.
What happened?
We forgot about the middle.
Now, wait, Funston.
Fillmore.
If we can't beat the dragon by brute strength...
We gotta beat him by brute brains.
Right.
Dum-dum-dum-dum. Little salt and little pepper.
Oh, mother's mercy. Come back here. I've got it!
Yeah, he's got it.
I've had it.
Hold it, dragon! Now, don't you want to be affluent and financially independent?
Not particularly. What does it mean?
Don't you want to be rich and famous and have your picture on all the magazine covers?
Better homes than dragons, maybe?
Who can read?
Talk fast, Uncle Waldo. He's putting mustard on me.
Put it this way. How would you like to eat regularly for the rest of your life without all this running around?
Eat regularly?
Take every hour on the hour.
You interest me strangely. Stranger, how?
Look at that.
Hooray!
Go it, frog!
Go it, dragon!
Listen, I can't eat serfs and peasants all the time. Did you ever try to clean one of them?
No, they're not your menu. They're your public.
My which is what?
You're the only dragon in the kingdom, right?
Yeah, the others all died of the heartburn.
Then people come from miles around to watch a battle with knights of the realm, right?
Certainly, but...
Then why do it for freezies? Why not charge admission?
You mean turn pro?
Sure, you and Uncle Waldo could stage a contest here every Saturday afternoon.
The public would eat it up.
So would I. I'll have you over for lunch, right?
I said stage a fight. You can't devour your opponent.
Why not?
You wouldn't want to break up the act, would you?
What? An old trooper like me? Never.
It worked, Uncle Waldo.
Always does, Hoppity. Everybody wants to be in show business.
Well, it turned out just fine. The boys built a grandstand and Hoppity sold tickets.
Step right up. The bout starts in just a minute. Desmond Dragon versus the Black Knight.
How come I'm the Black Knight? Last week I was the White Knight.
We ran out of white paint. Next week you're gonna be the Yellow Knight.
For that I will need a costume.
Both contestants were crowd pleasers.
Avaunt, foul fiend, be puissant pike shall pierce thee yet.
Oos! Do I die now?
That's your cue.
Oh. I die, Horatio. The potent poniard quite o'ercrowds my spirit.
What in the world is that?
He thinks he's Hamlet.
Well, he's half right.
So tell him, with the occurrence more and less, which have solicited. The rest is silence.
How do you like that? Upstaged by an amateur.
Gee, another happy ending.
But what about the little kingdom of EUBETCIA?
What about it?
Well, remember this whole story started because they were so poor.
Oh, well, we're very rich now.
How come, King Pippin?
Well, you see, people came from all over the kingdom to watch the dragon fights. Naturally, walking all that distance wore out their shoes.
Something tells me I shouldn't have asked.
So I set the whole country to work making shoes.
I can see it coming, but I can't stop it.
Soon other people began to buy our sturdy footwear. And the kingdom of EUBETCIA waxed hale and prosper. For today, everybody in the world has heard of
EUBETCIA Boots!
And EUBETCIA Boots will be back again soon with another of the Adventures of Hoppity Hooper.
I can't stand it! I can't stand it!
Hi there, Bullwinkle fans. Once again, you're tuned into the wrong program, for this is the Hoppity Hooper Show. Once again, we find our friends in serious trouble as they, funny, you don't look as if you're in serious trouble.
Oh, we're not. Everything's running very smoothly, thank you.
Hey, we got money in the bank and meat on the table.
Even the weather's nice. Oh, no problems?
No problems.
No harebrained schemes? No thieves, blackguards, or unspeakable Turks to outwit? Not even a bill collector.
Sure makes a dull episode, doesn't it?
But, of course, our heroes can get into trouble at the drop of a hat.
That's ridiculous. Look, I'll drop a hat and show you.
Okay, uh-oh. The wind's blowing it right out into the middle of the road, Waldo.
Well, let's get it before somebody runs over it.
No sooner had they started across the highway than...
That's the last hat I'll drop for you, Charlie.
And out of that strange-looking automobile stepped two of the richest men in the world.
I told you, FERKLE, this car of yours is no good. Hit the least little thing and it stops.
Why don't you watch where you're driving?
You stay out of this, young man.
My wind-up FERKLE 500 here is the finest car I've ever manufactured. Any idiot could drive it to anywhere in the United States in 3 days.
Put your money where your FERKLE is, FERKLE. I'll bet you $1 billion that car can't drive to anywhere in the United States in 3 days.
It's a bet. You pick the place.
All right. I bet your FERKLE 500 can't make it to Hawaii in 3 days.
Hawaii? But Hawaii is...
You said anywhere in the United States, and Hawaii is in the United States. Are you going to chicken out now?
Not on your fat bank book. All I have to do is find somebody dumb enough to try it.
Pardon me for interrupting, but would you mind backing this car off of us?
It's Kismet, Bill's Bottom.
Yeah, the name is Fillmore.
How would you boys like a free vacation to Hawaii?
Free, my favorite word.
You mean you want us to drive this FERKLE 500 to Hawaii?
Yes.
It's a deal. What a pigeon. We have a South Seas vacation for nothing.
This agreed, the FERKLE was wound up. Our heroes got in, and with Fillmore at the wheel, they were off.
They'll make it, Bill's Bottom, you'll see.
Is it possible? I'd better make sure.
And make sure he did. Going to the nearest phone booth, he looked up the number of an organization called RAT, which stands for Rotten Assassins and Thugs. An organization that will do anything for money.
This is the head rat speaking. So you want us to stop 3 idiots in a FERKLE, huh? All right, I'll put a man from RAT on the case right away.
And less than 2 hours later, back at the FERKLE.
Hey, don't you think we ought to get some gas? Driving to Hawaii is the wrong trip.
It's a good idea.
There's a gas station just ahead.
And completely forgetting that a wind-up FERKLE 500 runs on a spring, they pulled in. Here a man from RAT was ready and waiting for them.
Are you the 3 guys that are driving to Hawaii by automobile?
Yes, would you fill it up, please?
I sure will.
And sticking the hose in through the window, the man from RAT poured gas into the front seat.
I wonder how he knew we were driving to Hawaii.
Oh, probably just a lucky guess.
By then, almost the entire cab of the car was filled with explosive gasoline and...
That'll be $365, fella.
Is that enough gas to get us to Hawaii?
It's enough to get you where you're going.
Well, that's all right, then. Here you are, my good man.
Gee, our free vacation has cost us over $300 already.
It's still cheap at the price, Hoppity. Let's be off, Fillmore.
But as the FERKLE 500 pulled out of the gas station, the man from RAT stuck a burning fuse into the keyhole on the door, which turned the car into a rolling bomb.
Dude, I sure get a boom out of driving this FERKLE.
That's bang, Fillmore. You get a bang out of driving it.
Dude, bang to you, boom to me.
Well, what's it gonna be, bang or boom?
We'll find out next time in My Old Flame, or Your Gas is as Good as Mine. You know, only an idiot would really enjoy driving that new car, the wind-up FERKLE 500.
Hey, boy, I like driving this car.
See what I mean?
But by driving this car to Hawaii, we get a free vacation.
Lovely word, free.
Alas, unknown to our friends, trouble was just around the bend, for an evil organization known as RAT is conspiring to stop them stone-cold dead in the FERKLE. So when Fillmore pulled into a gas station, a man from RAT was waiting.
Fill her up, please.
Anything you say.
And fill her up he did. Then the villain stuck a long fuse through the keyhole and lit it. When the car pulled away, it was a traveling bomb.
Yeah, bomb or not, I still like driving it.
Shorter and shorter burned the fuse. Then suddenly...
Now, wait a minute. This is a wind-up car. It runs on a spring. We don't need any gas.
You know, Hoppity, I think you may be right. Pull over, Fillmore.
When they pulled over to the curb and opened the door, the explosive high-test gasoline poured out of the car, down through a storm drain, and into the sewers below the street.
Well, there it goes.
And there goes the $300 we paid for it, too.
Hey, what do you suppose this thing is?
Who knows? Throw it away, Fillmore. You don't know where it's been.
Okay.
Meantime, back at the gas station, the man from RAT was standing on a manhole cover. And when the fuse reached the gasoline in the sewer... Of course, word of this quickly reached RAT headquarters.
How many times I gotta tell you to knock? Take him away. We gotta use Plan B.
The chief rat sent for his two rattiest rat agents and gave them detailed instructions.
Blow them up, crash them, smash them, stomp them, and kill them dead. Understand? And for good measure, take away their bubble gum. All right, turn them loose.
Among its other faults, the wind-up FERKLE 500 is not the fastest car in the world. And in a brief time, the two rat agents passed our friends as if they were standing still. Then, coming to a halt at a bend in the road, they set a nasty trap.
You hide in the bushes with the cannon. When I make him stop, let him have it.
Disguising himself as a pretty girl, the man from RAT poised himself by the side of the road and stuck out a well-turned ankle, because well-turned ankles have been stopping traffic for years. However, this year...
Oh! Gee whiz, Fillmore, be careful. You almost ran down that lady with the well-turned ankle.
Hey, will somebody put on the headlights? It's nighttime.
It isn't nighttime, you nitwit. Your hat fell down over your eyes.
Oh, I thought it was kind of a fast sunset.
With their first attempt a failure, the dirty guys from RAT roared ahead to try again.
Now, you take the machine gun and hide in the bushes. I'll make them think they got a blowout. And when they stop...
I'll pop them in the mainspring.
As our boys approached, the evil rat suddenly held up a side.
Look! Bang! Uh-oh, we got a flat. I better pull over.
No, Fillmore, we don't have a flat.
Something mighty strange going on here.
I'll say. Look there.
Uh-oh. It seems that the quick-witted men from RAT have hit upon a plan that's absolutely foolproof.
They're free lemonade. Oh, boy.
Free? Oh, what a gorgeous word.
Our heroes, occupied in quenching their thirst, failed to notice the dirty work going on behind them, where the two rats were planting explosive landmines just ahead of both their front wheels.
When anything touches the top of these babies, bluey!
Quick, here they come.
Yes, here come our poor, unsuspecting friends back to the car. No, enough! I cannot stand to watch it. Until next time, anyway, when we'll see the American way to go, or hooray for the red, white, and bluey! Last time, you'll remember, those rats from RAT had placed a couple of landmines in front of the wind-up FERKLE 500.
If anything touches the top of these things, bluey.
Quick, here they come.
Yes, our heroes were returning from a decoy refreshment stand, where they had gorged themselves on free lemonade.
You don't look so good, Fillmore.
I do feel a trifle drawn like.
Did you drink the lemonade too fast?
Yeah, maybe the first gallon, but the next 2 gallons I drank real slow.
Oh, boy.
Fuddled by 3 gallons of strong lemonade, Fillmore got behind the wheel and started off, straight backward. Traveling backwards made little difference to our friends, and a short time later they arrived at the edge of...
The Pacific Ocean. I forgot. Hawaii's an island. How can we cross an ocean in an automobile?
Now you ask me.
Why don't we just take the highway?
What
highway? There's no highway to Hawaii.
There is too. Look.
Hawaii Highway this way.
That's right, Frog fans. It was a phony freeway put up by more dirty guys from Rat. And unknown to our heroes, it ended abruptly just ahead. On they sped, heading for disaster.
We're not headed for disaster. We're going to Honolulu. My goodness, the weather certainly has turned nasty all of a sudden.
I'll say it's raining cats and dogs.
Those aren't cats and dogs, they're sharks.
You're right. We're sinking to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, then it's not raining.
Thus inspired, Fillmore calmly rolled down his window.
Yeah, I just can't get enough of that good sea air.
Help! Close the window!
Fillmore, you idiot!
Getting any kind of air, good or bad, had become a real problem. But that's not the half of it. For not too far away, a submarine from Rat sat waiting. Quiet, ye swabs. We're about to get a transmission from the head rat at Rat.
Captain Mino,
I be here, sir.
I got a job for you. There are 3 characters in your area that you are to intercept and destroy, understand?
Aye, aye, sir. And how will I recognize them?
They are the only frog, fox, and bear in your area that are driving a wind-up FERKLE 500 across the ocean to Hawaii.
And what color be the FERKLE?
Never mind that. Get going.
Aye, aye, sir. Look out the window. See if you can see them.
Captain, I see a FERKLE with a fox and a bear and a frog in it.
What color be the FERKLE?
Well, it's sort of FERKLE colored.
Ha! That be them. Prepare to launch a torpedo. Well, how can this be? When last we saw our heroes, they were about to drown.
Hoppity, I'm proud of you. If you hadn't turned on the air conditioner to pump out the water and bring in air, we'd be a bunch of old soaps by now.
But at that moment...
Uh-oh. We forgot to rewind the motor and it just ran down.
Good grief, we can't get out to wind it up.
And with the motor stopped, the air conditioner won't work. We're filling up with water again.
At that moment, the submarine from Rat fired the deadly torpedo, and it streaked directly toward them. But troubles come in bunches these days, and something else was streaking for them as well.
Oh, no, it's a giant squid!
Fortunately, this particular giant squid was a bit nearsighted, and when it saw the torpedo, mistook it for a girl squid. When the squid tried to give the torpedo a big hug, furious at being jilted, the squid was now madder than ever and turned on the stalled FERKLE. Meanwhile, the submarine, realizing the torpedo had missed, raced for the FERKLE to ram it.
Add to that the fact that the tide's coming in, and I'd say it looks like we're gooners.
That's goners, but otherwise you're right.
Be absolutely sure to see our next episode, Submarine Sandwich. It may be our last one. Well, Frog fans, I ask you, what could be worse than being stuck on the bottom of the ocean in a FERKLE 500?
Having a submarine out there trying to ram us, that's worse.
And having a giant squid ready to attack us, that's worse.
And having the car leaking besides.
And having a...
All right already. Yes, it looked like a race between the submarine and the squid to see who would get them first.
10-1, the squid wins.
Why do you say that?
Simple, he's already got us.
Yes, the great squid had firmly attached himself to the hapless FERKLE.
We're done for.
But all was not lost. They still had a fighting chance.
What?
For as the squid struggled to get at them, his powerful tentacles were accidentally turning the FERKLE's key.
Hooray!
And when the spring was wound tight enough, the car zoomed away just as the oncoming submarine crashed into the squid.
Wow, that was a close one.
But now our worries are over.
Yeah, except for this part of the ocean. It's dusty.
Dusty?
Yeah, look. The ocean's full of spider webs.
Good grief, that isn't a spider web, that's a fishnet.
But it wasn't a fish net either. It was a rat net. Our friends were caught, hauled to the surface, and dumped on the deck of a trawler just crawling with agents from Rat.
Oh, step on it, Fillmore.
So, with the agents from Rat on their heels, Fillmore drove the FERKLE 500 as it had never been driven before. They roared up the main deck, down the after deck, after the foredeck, up the down deck, until finally...
We're cut off, surrounded.
There's no way out.
There must be some twist we haven't tried.
Fillmore, that's it, we'll twist.
Oh, Hoppity, this is no time for dancing.
Uncle Waldo, how many twists can we give the key in our car?
It says, do not turn more than 10 times.
Well, we're gonna wind it up 1,000 times. Give me a hand, Fillmore.
And Fillmore and Hoppity began to turn the big key, while Waldo discouraged some of their assailants with a handy belaying pin.
They're gaining on me. How are you fellas doing?
All set, Uncle Waldo. Hop in.
Well, here we are. Now what?
Now we're gonna strip the gears and on it all and wind at once. Hang on.
And as the dirty guys from Rat clambered over the car, Hoppity rammed the gear shift the wrong way. Suddenly released, the key of the wind-up FERKLE 500 spun furiously, knocking villains over like tenpins. And, more importantly, it acted like a helicopter blade, lifting the car high in the air.
Hoppity, you've done it again.
And unless my eyes deceive me...
They wouldn't dare.
That's Hawaii right down there.
Yes, the FERKLE 500 settled toward the island paradise and hit the water just a short distance from the shore, where a huge crowd awaited them, including Mr. FERKLE himself.
Drive right on up, boys.
We can't, Mr. FERKLE. We stripped the gears.
Our FERKLE will never move again.
Dad, but we're only 6 feet from shore.
No use, Fillmore. It might as well be 6 miles.
You lose, FERKLE. Pay up.
Hey, no, look. Now we're only 5 feet from shore.
You mean Hawaii is creeping up on us?
No. Huh? I mean the tide is going out.
Yes, it just so happens that the tide in Hawaii drops 7 feet every 8 hours. And in a short while, our heroes were high and dry.
No. My name is Fillmore. That's Hoppity, and...
We did it. We traveled to Hawaii by car.
Hooray! My boy, I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
But now we're stuck here in Hawaii with no way to get home.
Fillmore, old friend, there is always a way to get home. You just leave that to old Uncle Waldo.
And less than 2 hours later, our little pals were definitely on their way home.
But Waldo, hitchhiking across the ocean will take a year.
Nonsense. It shouldn't take more than, say, 12 months. Besides, who's in a hurry?
Yes, for another gripping saga of love, romance, and adventure, join us 12 months from now. Of course, if you're in a hurry, tune in next time as usual for more adventures of Hoppity Hooper.